You wouldn't ride a 100-pound bike, so why would you do that to your kid? Watch this whole video because I'm going to explain exactly what I'm talking about. So today we're going to do an explain and review on the 16-inch Haro Shredder Complete BMX bike. If you like my channel, make sure you subscribe to us, like this video, turn on your notification bells, and share this with some friends. So we're doing this little video a little bit different than we normally have. We've been doing a couple videos like this. I think you guys like it. And yeah, I appreciate you guys giving me feedback and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Let's talk about this bike. What I like to always do is start from the front and work our way to the back. This Haro 16-inch comes with I already forgot the name of it. The Haro micro grips, I believe. I pulled this up right here just so I could be on top of it. Mini Creighton grips. Yeah, so couldn't remember the Creighton. I should have probably remembered it. Next is the alloy lever. I'm gonna pull this off and give you kind of a close-up view of stuff. So I'm gonna go in and zoom in. So that'll probably help me out. So we got the Haro main Creighton grips. We got the Pro Max 2-finger child's lever. Notice how this lever is shaped different than most of the other levers. It's shaped for the little guys' hands. They got small fingers. So a lot of the bikes that are on the market, they have a standard brake lever, and it's really hard for the kids to grab the lever and actually hit the brakes. So I think that addition is really cool because most kids freak out when they're riding bikes and they really don't like it because they're terrified because they can't hit the brakes. So I think that's super cool that they have that. Going up to the Haro bars, these are a high tensile steel bar. These are painted super gloss black. In our area, when we do custom bikes, we call this wet black. Super shiny. This bike also comes with a full pad set, crossbar, stem pad, and top tube pad. Going down to the stem, this one has a Haro stem. There's a drop forged stem. Notice how it's anodized black and then it's machined off the top right here. Looks really nice. It has an 1.1 inch steer tube on it. The steer tube is the metal tube that goes from here all the way down to the fork. This has a threadless headset. A threadless headset is basically compatible with the 1.1 inch threadless headset. But this one has cups. So integrated doesn't have cups. The threadless has cups. So it has an unsealed headset here. What's cool about these headsets is that mom and dad and the rider doesn't have to twist the headset anymore to keep it tight after every single jump. So that saves a lot of time and money from having to adjust your headset all the time. So if you had an old school bike, you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's go down to the forks. These are a high tensile steel fork with the 3/8 dropout. They have a pretty low hanging dropout. What's cool about this is that if they decide to run pegs, they can run pegs on here without the peg hitting the fork right here. So that's kind of why this bike's a little bit better than some of the department store bikes and stuff like that, is the fact that you could customize it and make it a freestyle bike. Going to the tires, these are the Haro MS5 tires in the 2.3 inch wide tire. Now the first number is a 16-inch bicycle. That's the size of the tire. The second number is the width of it. So this one's 2.35 inches wide. This one has a heavy chevron logo, or not logo on it, tread pattern on it. This thing's pretty aggressive. I haven't seen too many tires this aggressive, but what's cool about this is that you could ride in the dirt, skate park, street, or anything like that, and it looks like this tire will last you a long time. Going to the wheels, it is a 28-hole spoked wheel. It's got an alloy rim on it with stainless steel spokes. The stainless steel spokes are going to last longer because they're made out of your kitchen forks. Not your chicken forks. I almost said chicken forks, but your kitchen forks. And the other galvanized spokes are made out of a chain link fence. Chain link fence is a lot more, I would say, bendable compared to the stainless steel. Is a lot more stiff, and it just doesn't rust or anything like that. The galvanized do rust, and they look pretty horrible after years. This has an unsealed front hub for the little guys. First bike, stuff like that, they're not going to really need a heavy duty hub. Most of them aren't going to be doing heavy duty grinding or anything like that. So this is kind of a introductory bike. Now going to the frame. The frame is such a big deal for me, and I think it's a real big for you, but I'm going to hold this off because this is the main reason what I was talking about earlier, talking about would you ride a 100-pound bicycle? Why would you do that to your kid? We'll get back to that. We're going to the Haro seat. This Haro seat's pretty dope. It's got a triple stitch seat. This seat's pretty soft. I like the shape of it. It's kind of cupped like this, so you make sure you keep your kid in the saddle. It's got a screen printed logo right here. It really stands out, matches the red. Looks pretty cool. The seat post has seat guts. The seat post is actually a 22.2 millimeter seat post, and it's got an alloy seat clamp on there. Going down to this chain guard. This has a chain guard. It's always removable if you want to race or you want to go to the dirt jump, stuff like that. You can remove that if you like. It's got a 114 millimeter crank arm, so that's kind of long compared to some of them. But I think it's a nice size to have on there to give your kid some strength to actually pedal uphill or pedal pretty fast. Another thing is that it's got a 32 tooth steel Haro sprocket. So under there you can't really see it, but there's a 32 tooth sprocket in there. It's got a large platform pedal. Notice how it doesn't have a lot of spikes or anything like that on the pedal. What's cool about that is the fact that if they slip a pedal, it doesn't scratch them up, it doesn't hurt them. They're not frightened to continue riding this bike. So I think that's a plus on there. It's also got some reflectors if you're riding in the evening. Going to the bottom bracket, this is an American size bottom bracket. American bottom bracket's a little bit larger. It's what we're used to seeing on all of our bikes growing up and stuff like that. The reason why they have it on this bike is because it's got the one-piece cranks on it to lower the cost. And yeah, if you decide to put 3-piece cranks on them, you could purchase a bottom bracket adapter, which adapts to like mid bottom bracket, and you could put on pretty much any 3-piece crank that you like. Going up to the brakes are an alloy V brake. These things have a lot of power, so you know he could skid around and have some fun. Going to the chain is similar to a KMC 410 chain, but this one here is the Haro baseline chain, an introductory chain. So it's a regular chain link chain. I think it would be totally adequate for most of the young kids riding. A thing that they changed on this chain is that it has ramps on the inside, or thinner plates, so that it drops onto the sprocket a little bit easier, and it makes the drivetrain run a lot smoother. So I think that's a big plus. This bad boy has a coaster brake rear wheel on it, and it has a 16 tooth I would say cog on here. I can't even think of what they call it. I'm pretty sure they call it a cog. Coaster brake has a little arm right here, and yes, you got to keep that arm on there if you want the bike to stop. If you haven't seen how to turn a coaster brake into a free coaster video, check out that video up on the top up there, and you could watch that and actually turn this into a free coaster if you don't want the coaster brake, so it could kind of be like a freestyle one. So check out that video. If you like it, make sure you guys like that video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. On the back, it also has the MS5 and the 2.3 tire. Has the same rim as it does in the front, and also has stainless steel spokes. Now going to the actual frame. The frame is a big deal to me, is because it's aluminum. If you're a parent or something like that and you're asking what's the big difference between an aluminum and a chromoly frame, the aluminum frame is significantly lighter than the the steel frames or the department store bikes and stuff like that, a lot of those bikes are really, really heavy. You got to realize that these kids don't weigh very much. They weigh maybe, 40 to 60 pounds. If you get them on a bike like this, or the other bikes, they may be 25, 30 pounds. So that's like almost half their weight. Most adults are about 180 to 220 pounds. So what I was saying is that if you're putting if your kid weighs, let's say 50 pounds, and you give him a bike and that bike weighs 25 pounds, he's literally riding a bike that's half his weight. Imagine one of us that weighs 200 pounds, and we purchased the bicycle and it weighed 100 pounds. How hard would that be for us to ride the bike? It would be extremely hard for us to ride. So look at this bike. This is a great investment. Getting your child a bicycle that's aluminum. It take off about 2 to 3 pounds. Allow him to him or her to whip the bike around a lot easier, make it more enjoyable for them to ride, and just have a good time. As parents, we always want to make sure we set our children up with the best things. So yeah, definitely think about that. And check this out. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to get this on the tripod. My little adapter thing kind of doesn't work too well, or just kind of, I don't know, I jacked it up or something. Oh yeah, see, look at it now it moved. All right, so let's throw this thing back up in here. All right, so yeah, that's it for the 16-inch Haro Shredder. If you want to pick up one of these bikes, head over to stackbmx.com and purchase it from there. We would greatly appreciate it. I know there's a lot of online stores out there, but we're the shop that's giving you guys the info. We're not the shop that just has photos and talk about it, never seen it, never touched it. We actually physically see it here. We touch it, we put it together, and we make sure that we set up your children right, and make sure that you guys got the best information, get to see all the stuff up front, close and personal, and it's not a photo, it's not a rendering. This is real life. So take it from us that are here in real life, giving you guys real life information. If you guys want to know more information about this bike, go ahead, hit that link, go to our website. We have a ton of information about this bike and a lot of info about it. So I definitely hope that helped you out. Thanks for supporting Stack BMX Shop, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.